So first update which we got, it's what's new in Bitrix CoPilot. So a CoPilot which you use for messaging, asking questions and so on. Right, so very useful feature. And the thing is that they added a possibility to add different models, language model in Bitrix24, and even you can add models from other providers. For example, we as Bitrix partner can develop application and place in marketplace and sell it. Okay. And this is important because language model, for example, for oil industry completely different than for real estate, for example. And if you buy language model for real estate and you use it inside, you can use for SMM marketing or just communication with your client. Okay, right. And also they added the CoPilot roles. So we got available roles. It's select from list. You can see that you got a business roles, lawyer, HR manager, marketing, product, IT department, and so on. In fact, this role is just a general prompt. If you open ChatGPT, you can tell them at ChatGPT, imagine that you are SMM manager. Would you recommend it to do something? So this is only means. But for you, it will be just easier to navigate between roles and create your prompt better. So you also got already all prepared roles, like developer content for plan for the month, and the model asks you some questions, you answer it, and during this discussion you can develop your marketing campaign. Right. Also, Bitrix added a library for prompts, so it means that when you can develop a prompt, because prompt became a more and more complicated skill. And you can save prompt somewhere inside of the library of Bitrix and then use it again and again. They got some updates in Bitrix messages, and they're quite useful, I would say, because Bitrix started in 2012. Actually, we started with Bitrix at that year as well, and it was a year of social media platforms like Facebook, and this is how they try to make it more similar to Facebook with the feed. But now everybody understands that messaging and messages is the future, and that's why they want to move from all information from social media platform like to messengers platform like. Okay, so we got the channels. So you can create a channel right here. So you can group chat where you can add somebody. For example, you can create chat for developers, and only developers will be available for that chat. And you can add the members and one. The good thing here is that you can add a department. Okay, so it's like a permissions, which I explained in my previous videos. So you can select developers department, and the good thing here is that if you will dismiss some user from this developers department, that user immediately will have no access, will be excluded from that channel. If, for example, you will hire somebody to that department, he will automatically be added to that department, which is quite useful. If, for example, you have 700 users like Bitrix got, it's kind of time consuming to add and leave, and dismiss each time when people come in and leaving. Okay, so you can do it private description, access permissions, quite similar to permissions which you're doing for the leads or tasks. Right, so you can create a chat, everybody can see your text. Okay, and also you can create a channel department. Okay, for example, it will be content. Create a channel, and if you post it somewhere in that channel, everybody can comment it. And inside the comment, you can, doing some discussion, very similar to Telegram got. So you can comment, discuss, like, add to favorites, and so on. So very similar. I mean, it's very important that you got the messages inside of a company, because of course in any company people coming and leaving, and inside of a company, in these chats, you discuss only things which is related to the company. And if you, for example, come in to a new company with WhatsApp and you add it to the groups, when you leave in, you still go to the groups and actually, but also there's about a scam, because if you go to corporate chat, so you have nobody who got access to a chat outside of the company, and if you got incoming call from CEO or text from CEO, that definitely means that CEO, want to contact you, because if you, for example, go to WhatsApp or Telegram, CEO call you, doesn't mean that he calling you, even he talking to you via using video messages, because all this text could be written by scammers and video could be created by scammers as well. So that's why Bitrix concentrated to make chats more and more useful and make it better communication, which is a good way of doing that, I think. Right, also we added a new video conference, so you will not see any big difference, but the thing is that platform completely different, okay? So you can add members and so on. When you create a conference, if you add somebody, this user who added to that conference will get incoming call, which is important as well. You can copy a link or even start a call, copy this link, the same as Zoom or Google Meet, great, okay, and send, and another user will join to that meeting via link, okay, right, so you can stop, okay. So inside the call you can create media files, tasks, so you can come back to that meeting and see what kind of files added, tasks and meetings, because for example on Google Meet, which I use, if you added something and you can finish this video conference, all data disappeared. So also they added Vibe. Unfortunately Vibe for now not available for me, but you can imagine that you will have some nice good looking button here, and via that button you can customize your first page. So instead of feed, you will have customizable page. All users will see when first time open Bitrix. I didn't touch that Vibe yet, but I imagine that all our clients will need to see something like dashboard, how many sales, how many clients today, how many calls, how many something, how many rates, and so on. And this is customizable, and now a good thing is that partners like us can create applications with dashboards which you can buy and use on constant basis for your company. Next we have what's new in task and projects. The new thing is only that we done a lot of updates in Bitrix mobile application for tasks. So I will not explain all new features. It's too time consuming, you can check it yourselves, kind of very easy to understand. I just wrote a simple video from my iPhone how it is working now. Usually you used to be able to create task as well, but it was too complicated to define parameters of the task. Now you can create, make a description, select a group, make it much more easier, create a checklist, description, add participants, observers, and so on. So completely new interface for tasks and projects for Bitrix Mobile, which is good actually. It's not so easy to manage tasks as in desktop, of course, but For example, if you fly somewhere and in train, you definitely need to create a task. So you got at least a tool to do that. You used to be didn't able to do that at all. Just create simple task with simple deadline. But now you have more possibilities of doing that. Right, so also Bitrix created a new, I would say, philosophy of running the tasks. So I used to be got just tasks, or you can run tasks in work groups. Also, you able to run tasks as a Scrum using Scrum system. And finally, you got a new feature how you can run tasks in flow. The main idea is that you got a flow for departments, for example, where you can set up tasks, and assignee or responsible person of a task can execute that task one by one, and you can see efficiency here. Actually, it's a good feature because, for example, we got a group where we run our development tasks, and I can see efficiency that we got a lot of tasks as a backlog, and there is, you got a task in development stage, very little, and you can understand that something wrong, but it's about feeling. But this flow will give you a chance to understand efficiency of task execution in numbers, which is quite good. I'm trying to make that video very short, just in shortest time, to let you understand what happened, what kind of new updates you got in Bitrix. I'll just explain general idea. So you got the flows here. You got flows with name. You can create a new flow. And for example, if you got a flow, you create a task. Each task got some already template for assignee, deadline, and project, and create it. And voila, task created, and you see the efficiency. So you see who created, who are doing, who completed, and then you will see the reports here. Also, if you go inside of the tasks, you can create, you can see deadlines, you can see list view, calendar view, Gantt view, but most useful thing here is, I think, it's the planner, because usually in that case, for example, in our case, we got the development. In development, you got backlog, you got development, you got check-in stage and the qualification stage. So you can run that task between departments. For example, some executed, project manager to check that stage, so he can run it, and once completed, and all of this could be seen here in efficiency, in the efficiency column, right? And for example, to create a flow, you can, for example, click here, you give a name, description, who should to see that other task on that flow. So typical time of completion, I think it's kind of useless because task could be 3 months or 3 days. But anyway, and click next. So who will be executed or manually associated with the task. So for us, it's a development support group. Next, save flow. Okay, so then you can create a task in that flow. Again, I will explain in our video how it is work in more detail. So also they added a new function, check-in. That means that you only in your mobile, you can use a function check-in, send your photo, some text, and some particular chat says that, okay guys, I'm working today, even if I'm in France or at home, right? So I wrote a video from my iPhone, but the problem is that when I cancel check-in, I was not able to cancel check-in. So I'll just show where that check-in is located, and so it's a bug, but it will fix it soon, I believe. So you click in here, then you select check-in. So with a cancel, should I cancel that? And from here you send a photo or some text, in particular chat, and everybody know that you are available to work, right? Also we added working time from here, which is very useful, I think. And also you can click on here and click on calendar. You can see your calendar if you synchronize a calendar with Google Meet or Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, so on. Let's go further. Another item here we need to discuss is what's new in Bitrix CRM. Actually, there is two important updates. One is activity, which is customizable, new WhatsApp integration. So activity, the most important update I think in this release is this customizable activity, because first of all you can select what kind of activity you should to create, and also customizable by programmers. And as you know, we got application for incoming SMS, and using this activity we created new activity incoming SMS. This is because before, when you have incoming SMS in our application to SMS, you had just activity like a task, right? But now you got, you know, a regular incoming SMS item. So execute. Right. And also for activity, you can select add the calendar. The good thing is that you can add the calendar in your calendar some event, and once you will add that, for example Tuesday, save it, that item will be added to your calendar as well. Let's check calendar. Yeah, contact customer, quite useful, right? And also you can create select customer you're going to contact, I believe. You can add invite users, like we're going to contact customer, but you also need my best friend test user for that communication. And also you can see your calendar, which is busy here, and test user calendar as well, so you can find appropriate time, which is very, very useful, because previously when you want to add somebody, you need to check his calendar, which is time consuming when you need to all the time check his calendar, right? Yeah, I love it. Intro address, so where you need to go, so Google Maps, okay, add it, and time, okay, save, and let's check calendar. There was a time till the 12th of June, 9 AM, so it should be here, but nothing here for some reason, not added. That's deadline. Okay, anyway, so you also got a different color you need to define. Okay, so different color means something for you. Execute, then you can have select location. So location means meeting room. Very useful thing as well, because you can contact customer from some meeting rooms. Okay, and select your colleagues as well. Okay, let's add it and save, and let's check calendar, meeting room. Okay, this one, very nice, I do like it. Action, attach link, so it's like Google Meet or something like that. Link here. Okay, and time. And I wonder if possible to integrate Google Meet with that activity, right? Let's check calendar, my calendar, and attach file, something. Okay, and select time. Okay, so very nice, very useful, and the most useful thing that you can create your activity yourself via code, and that code could be implemented even for cloud, not only for self-ordered. Okay, also they got a new integration with WhatsApp, and that's company integrated this Edna, so you can use templates here, which automatically will send some emails to a client. Also they added the robots for this WhatsApp integration. Let's check it. Customer communication, send WhatsApp message, this Edna service. Okay, so I have no experience with Edna yet, but once I will do integration of it, I will let you know. Okay, let's go further. Okay, new items in BI construction. So you got BI analytics, and actually they added some new reports here, which you can download them and use them. So you need to install them and start to use. Okay, I'm not going to show all this new because I'm not familiar with them yet. I plan a big training course for BI Analytics, and probably I will discuss in more details that reports as well. Right, digital workspace. Okay, digital workspace. Bitrix renamed now Smart Process Automation to digital workspace. Actually, the main idea is that they have limited smart process automation objects, but now we have more. And actually, about a year ago, I wrote a video how you can create a model for HR department, how you can create objects for candidates, positions, job applications, and review, connect them between each other. And actually they increase objects for 1000, so you can create more 1000 objects, and that smart process SPA now available, fully available for your mobile. So they have more functionality, you can see it in more detail than before, because previously in mobile app you was not able to see smart process automation SPA, but now you're able to see it. And actually you have the full access to functionality which you have in leads and deals. This which is very useful because previously, for about a year ago, 2 years ago, it was huge headache just rename deals, for example, to prospects, right? And you can do that on self-hosted, but now it's not necessary. You can just create some object in smart process automation, create it, option selected, give it in any name, and start using it. So now it's called digital workplace. Okay, I don't like that name, but anyway. And also the last update for that release, is Supernova. It's about process automation. So there is some updates in functionality automation. Okay, so I started, and now you have more information to see. Anyway, it's just updates, so it's just there is new version of automation. Okay, I think that's it. I was trying to make it very short, and hope you enjoyed. And if you enjoyed, please click like. If you didn't, click dislike. If you still have questions, please put your questions in comments under that video. So thank you and bye bye.